Ollie was walking through Wyman Parkdale one morning when he heard a running noise behind him. He turned to look, and it was a cat. And what's more, the cat was blue, which is not a normal color for a cat. Ollie watched. A cat running is not necessarily an emergency situation. And somewhat to his surprise, the cat ran right toward Ollie. Sort of skidded to a halt in front of Ollie. Said, "Hey, sorry, but have you seen a red, more pink, really rabbit? Go by here?" I said, "No, I've not seen any rabbits at all. Is everything all right?" "Yeah, no, I think I'm safe now." "Okay, great, thank you." And it darted off into the woods. Not the woods, sort of the woods. There's like a little strip of woods between the dell and Maryland Avenue. Sorry, Howard Avenue, Howard Street. That's where he went, is the point. Into that little bit of woods. I thought it was strange, the whole thing, but not enough that it seemed like he needed to make it his problem. So he kept walking. And he could hear the rustling in the trees and bushes next to him as he walked. So on some level he knew that the cat was following him. But he was kind of in an ignore it and hope it goes away kind of a mood. So that's what he did. But it didn't go away. And so Ollie, when he got to the turn, turned left, away from that part of the woods. As he suspected, the cat came out of the bushes and said, hey, you're that private eye, right?" I said, yeah, I'm Ollie. What's your name?" I said, "Oh, Baxter. My name's Baxter." "Okay, well, hi, Baxter. Is everything all right?" "Yeah, it's just that I was having this little bit of a conflict with the pink rabbit, and I'm trying to get away." I said, "Well, you seem to have gotten away because there's no pink rabbit here." "Yeah, but you haven't seen..." "No, I haven't seen, like I said, any rabbits at all. Not in weeks, in fact. I don't see rabbits very often, so I would remember, especially if it was a strange color." "Yeah, all right. Okay, you have a good day then." This was starting to pique Ollie's curiosity, because clearly this cat was up to something. In all his experience, cats often are. But there's also a sense in which the cat was trying to draw Ollie in, and he just didn't want to get involved in some strange color animal nonsense that particular morning. And he thought he'd, gotten away with not getting involved. When as he got to the top of the stairs, it go sort of toward the playground. There was a pink rabbit sitting near one of the bushes. He looked very nervous and a little bit bedraggled. Ollie went up to the rabbit and said, "Hey, there's a cat looking for you." I said, oh, I know. Oh, it's a terrible thing. So mean. So mean." I said, "Well, what do you mean?" "It's trying to eat me. And I don't want to be eaten. I think that's reasonable, don't you?" I said, "Well, yeah, I mean, I don't want to be eaten either. But the cat said that you were chasing it." "Oh, that's typical blue cat." "No, he's chasing me, trying to eat me. Rabbits are faster than cats, but cats can go for longer. Where was was the cat? I said, he's down in the dell, just across the other side in the woods there. Oh, I can see it now. I see what you mean. There it is, skulking there in the underbrush. Good thing he's blue. Yeah, what's up with that? Ollie said. Why is he blue? And is it the same reason that you're red? Oh, well, yes. We both escaped from a lab. It's a genetic engineering lab. They're trying to figure out ways to revive extinct species and save endangered species. And they're doing it by inserting genes from other species into animals. And I don't know why he's blue. I got red from a red fox. That's kind of cool. I said, well, it is kind of, but for some reason the blue cat has decided that a combination of a fox and a rabbit would be the tastiest thing ever. And I told him I don't think it's anything other than the fur. I don't feel very foxy. But, well, he doesn't listen to me. Sounds like you and this cat go way back. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we were both, well, me a bunny and him a kitten in the same lab. And, well, honestly, we helped each other escape, but the partnership kind of fell apart from there. I said, okay. Well, what would be safe for you? Where are you trying to go? I don't know. I've lived my whole life in a lab. I don't really even know where bunnies hang out. I don't know. I'm tempted to even go back to the lab. It wasn't so bad there. They fed me. And I was in the cage, but it was a nice cage, and it was separate from the other animals. Well, tell you what, Ollie said. Why don't you come? You could hide out in my apartment for a little bit. I could scope out the lab and come back and get you. Oh, that'd be great. Are you sure? I don't want to impose. I said, yeah, no, it's not a problem at all. Come on. And so they went. They went to Ollie's apartment. And I said, yeah, you can just wait here. I'll go see what's you can tell me what lab it is, and I'll go scope it out, see if they seem like they're going to be kind to you. Oh, it's very kind of you. Yeah, it's I'm not good with numbers, but it's the biggest lab on the second floor of the McAllister building. Okay. I'll go check it out. You just wait here. I gave the rabbit some water and locked the door behind him. And he knew the McAllister building, and it was pretty easy to find the biggest lab. I knocked on the door and talked to the scientists there. They said, oh, yeah, they escaped a few days ago. We don't really know why. I mean, look around. Animals have it pretty good here. But, yeah, we'd love to have, well, both of them back, honestly, but the red bunny, if the red bunny wants to come back, it's safe here. Look, I mean, look around. We don't even have the equipment to sacrifice animals. I know that some science labs, kill the animals and study them, but that's just not part of our procedure. It's not really useful for us to do that. I looked around, and indeed he didn't see any of the sort of anesthesia and euthanasia type equipment that you'd usually use for that kind of experiment. Just gene sequencing things and some microscopy and some biopsy type stuff. And the cages did look comfortable. I said, all right, I'll bring back the bunny. I went back to his apartment, and he was surprised to see, when he got up to his floor, the blue cat trying to claw its way through his door. It was meowing, and well, not meowing, but yowling, and yelling through the door, I'm going to eat you, you tasty thing. You just wait. I'll get right through this door. I know you sweet-talked that octopus, but that doesn't make it any less tasty. The cat was focused on the door, so I was able to sneak up. He wasn't sure exactly how to proceed, because he had snuck up on a lot of humans before. He knew different ways to grab them to avoid getting bit or punched or slammed into walls. The cat was a different puzzle because it was, well, about the same size as Ollie for one thing. But Ollie realized the longer he sat there, the more likely the cat would be to notice him. So he jumped, just wrapped his whole body around the cat. And the cat said, bit by bit, Ollie grabbed 1, 2, 3, 4 legs, even grabbed the tail. He still had 3 arms to go. Of his own arms, I mean. And so he was able to open up and let the cat talk. He said, wow, that was terrifying. Why'd you do that? Don't do that again. What's the game here? I said, well, what's the game with you? You're out here trying to scratch through my door. None of your business, man. None of your business, man. I just need a snack. I just need to taste a meal. Let me go. I said, I'm going to let you go because I don't have any other ideas. But you steer clear right here. All right. You know, you and your bunny friend, you have a good time. I'm gonna go hunt some sewer rats. All right, let the cat go, and it darted out down the stairs. I unlocked the door. I went inside, and the rabbit was on the chair, looking pretty placid. I said, you all right? I said, yeah. I was pretty sure a cat couldn't claw its way through a steel door. I said, fair enough. Well, I talked to the lab folks, and they'd love to have you back, and they promised they wouldn't cut you up and experiment on you and stuff. I think I'd like that. I think I would like to go home. Will you escort me and keep me safe just in case the cat is lurking? I said, sure. And so they walked together. The cat was lurking, but it didn't want to dangle with Ollie again. I got back to the lab. The rabbit went inside and said, thanks, bye-bye, and hopped off into its cage. And that was the story of Ollie and the blue cat and the pink rabbit.